What is up, everybody? I'm Nolex, giving back with some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and recently things have been going pretty well for me in the Battlegrounds frontier. I'm also feeling a little bit better. I'm actually just playing this, I'm recording this the same day as the last video, but I've got some medicine in me, and honestly, I'm just feeling pretty good. Now, Little League, that's an interesting one. Gaining some gold. I don't know. I feel like I am going to go with Galewing here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to try to go Murlocs or Naga or Undead. I don't see me going Dragons. And I don't really see me going Elementals either, though Dancing Barnstormer is a pretty big payoff. You don't really have too many good things to do. So in 2 turns, gaining 2 gold would allow me to level up. And I think I like that. It's pretty basic. But I think I'm just going to probably level up on turn 3. Unless I can find, like, some really good build-arounds, like Lava Lurker plus maybe Seaborn Summoner or something. Maybe I'd pick up those two. Nerubian Death Swarmer is also a little bit of fun. So yeah, you can. I think here in my voice there's like a little bit of congestion right now. But mentally, I feel pretty good. Physically, I'm not really feeling like a headache or anything right now. Of course, as I'm turning on the recording here and starting to talk a little bit more, I am just feeling the congestion right now. So apologies for that. Did not realize I had that as much until I started recording. And I think in the game earlier that I played, I coughed at like the beginning of it, and then I just didn't talk that much, but didn't really cough that much either throughout it. Master New Win, we are going to be able to beat here with our Risen Rider. Now we do have an extra gold this turn, so that's kind of interesting.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
But the extra gold doesn't afford you that much. It basically just means I can roll once after leveling up. I think that's what I'm going to do with it, because I'm not that excited by Tad and Twilight Emissary.
Great.
So let's level up.
Some better minions in here.
Let's roll once.
Recruit while you can.
And then, can I get away with this in 3 turns, discovering something of my tier? That would be next turn. Not next turn I level up, but the turn after that. Yeah, I think that might be doable. So next turn I'm just going to buy 2 things. Turn after that, I want to level up. Alright, we trade with this here, this Shell Collector. Then we take a little bit of damage, but I think just getting to level 4 faster than everybody is going to allow me to find some good build-arounds like Bream Counter, Baskill, Deep Blue Crooner. Honestly, if I wind up picking up a bunch of Zesty Shakers, that's also not too terrible. I don't know if I want to do Gladiator or not. I think it might be worth picking up just because it's a level 3 thing with reasonable power. And next turn it will cost 6 to level up. Maybe I'll just discover a level 3 thing and maybe try to hit more Zesty Shakers or something.
I like
Because I do think Deep Blue Crooner in this lobby is probably the most powerful thing that you can do, because that's a comp that already more or less stops at tier 4 regardless. So it would stand to reason that that's a pretty powerful comp, or just a powerful type to build around Naga. So maybe I'll stay on tier 3 so that way I can try to discover more Zesty Shakers, since that is like what the comp actually revolves around, getting as many Zesty Shakers as possible.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Pashmar's not terrible. Neither is Scourfin. Or I could just level up and try to hit Deep Crooner. Deep Blue Crooner. I kind of like Scourfin. I think I'm going to take Scourfin and roll.
That's what I would have picked.
Don't love any of these things. So now I either take the Groundskeeper just to give it +5/+5. I might do that. Alright, we'll do this then. Kind of wish I'd kept the Gladiator in my hand. That could have been a heads-up play. But I didn't think of it. And then I might want to pursue leveling up again. Everybody is assumedly level 3 right now.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
Which I'm not even sure if that makes sense. Like, it might just make the most sense just to rush level 4. Because that's the final level, and then you can find some really good build-arounds. Staying on 3 is good if you want to just find Zesty Shaker. But, like, if the whole point of me staying low-leveled was that I'd stop taking damage, I didn't do it there. I just took 9. So that makes me feel kind of silly.
Makes you strong.
Thrasher is pretty good eventually. One of the only real ways to get Scammon. Could take Pashmar here. Plus a flight path and level up. Yeah, I'm tired of being level 3. Let's level up here. Go for gold. And then I'm gonna give Scourfin taunt. And I guess I'll play Dagger Spine Thrasher. I see reasons to hang on to it too, but I'm fine just playing it here. Pashmar could potentially give me some deep blues now. Oh, I didn't keep something in my hand for Scourfin, just realized that. I guess that was another reason to potentially hang on to Thrasher, but we'll just play a strong board this turn, I suppose. See where it gets me. My opponent here with 1 Deep Blue Crooner. And a pretty good win percentage here as well. Alright, that wasn't ideal for me, but it did mean that we got another Spellcraft. That's what these are called, right? Yeah, Spellcrafts.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Up against the Ghost again. Felemental's kind of cute, but
better hire a recruit.
Might be better things. Yeah. We'll get there. So So now I see a noob, plus I see another Scourfin. Let's take a look at the rest of the lobby. Murlocs, Naga, Dragon, Murlocs, Dragons. So nobody's playing Undeads. That's interesting. I'm just going to grab Scourfin here. And then I find a Deep Blue Crooner and in a noob. Probably sell out of Groundskeeper.
That's what I would have picked. Don't tell
Right.
the others. I'm rooting.
Gladiator's now getting to a real point. It's awkward that, like, as we play up against the Ghost, we don't get to farm anything out of Pashmar, so maybe I just should have sold Pashmar there. Yeah, that might have been a better play. Can't take it with you.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
I have a Scourfin triple here. That's interesting. I mean, let's take it, right?
Oh ho! You're moving up in the world.
Alright, well that's a really good combo.
Go ahead and hire one of these.
Another Scourfin. I'd love to find a Bream counter at this point. Or, I suppose, anything with a Divine Shield, but I'll take the Bream counter. Maybe sell off Pashmar this turn.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Play a Lava Lurker.
You're down a minion and up a gold.
The lava flows
And that's going to give me a Discovery, and then I will sing some Deep Blues. So now I think I'm, like, reasonably strong. I'm not exactly sure which of these two comps I'm going to go down, but Scourfin's going to get to give my Bream counter +10/+10 each turn. That's going to scale pretty well. And then I'm also playing this other little synergy of Deep Blue plus Zesty Shaker plus a Lava Lurker. I do think it's going to benefit me to go in one direction or the other. But I guess I'll see which one I find more copies of. I am in last place in this lobby.
I've been free
So I could just
since
die.
They trashed my place in Dallas.
But for now, I'm winning, by the looks of it. %98 to win. Seems good. And for 14, no complaints, no complaints. Now, which of these directions will we take
Your
it?
minions really pulled their weight.
That is the question. Alright, we find another crooner. That's definitely going to push me a little bit more in that direction.
Better
One
hire
more
a recruit
roll.
while you can.
And nothing. I'm tempted to cut the Thrasher before I cut the Gladiator, because the Gladiator might actually be able to trade with two things. Yeah, I'm going to cut this. Especially as we add another Naga to the board. And actually, we can even do this, which I think is probably right. Because now it's just a 17 attacking Divine Shielded character. This gets to summon in for 28. 28. So all of these numbers seem pretty good. It's just a matter of, as we get later into the game, I guess at some point we could cut the Scour Fin, and we could even cut the Bass Skill and just decide to play Bream Counter. I mean, there's no reason to actually cut the base skill in that capacity.
His hands.
Yeah, it's a big hit. Still 97% to win. No chance to die. We find a win.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Next turn, I get a discovery. I'm up against the ghost again. I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. Sure.
Exactly what you were looking for.
Could just go for Primal Fin Lookout here then. Sure. All of these things pump up Bream Counter. So it's a little silly, but we are kind of doing something. I'm going to roll one more time because I could sell off both of these things.
A good tactical choice.
Maybe shouldn't have played this Scour Fin. Let's see what we get here. I don't think I wind up playing any of these things. I think I'll just pick up Silent Swimmer, though. Oops. That's pretty big. Plus 22, plus 22 every turn on the Lava Lurker.
Have a good battle.
No way to
friend.
give it Divine Shield in this lobby. We can only give it Stealth or Taunt, because the Divine Shield thing's a level 5 glow scale. Yeah, I shouldn't have played the Scour Fin. None of these are super exciting here. I might cycle through these things and cycle through the Silent Swimmer. Just so that way the pumps always go on Bream Counter. I do think I want this.
A good tactical choice.
Gladiator Triple is somewhat interesting, but I think I'd rather roll for Zesty Shaker and Lava Lurker. Here's another Deep Blue Crooner. That seems pretty good. Might cycle through the Tads here as well. I don't see a big reason not to. Costs 1 gold to give +6/+6 to Bream Counter. Oh, well, that's obviously great too. Alright, let's cycle through this. Now I might just want to buy Deep Blue Crooner this turn. Or I'm selling out of Baskill or Scour Fin. Now, let's just buy Deep Blue Crooner. I'll just hang on to the base skill. If the base skill gets a Scour Fin pump, then, you know, it happens. This can go here. We'll put this here. This can go here. We'll give this +30/+30. And then I will just click on the 2 gold option. So we're still hoping that Scour Fin lands here, but if it should land on this Bream counter, it's probably fine because I'll probably triple it. And if the plan isn't to triple it, then the plan's to triple this Baskill and just summon both of them anyways. Wildfire could take out the base skill here. It does. But base skill also got the pump, so that's not going to go to waste. What do they have in their hand? One large Bream counter, two large Bream counters. Not going to be enough, though, I don't believe. Nope. We're going to get the win. Not the kill, though. We hit them for 10, down to 4. We're in the top 4 of the current leaderboard, and now we are in the top 6 of the game as one of our opponents gets eliminated.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Alright, nothing jumped out at me this turn. That's fine. Did see some Tads, another Scourfin. It's whatever. Let's do this, this up to 100 on the Lava Lurker. That's pretty big numbers. I feel like we're at the point now where people have to scam us or we are winning, which is pretty good. I would like to find another Zesty Shaker because it's just immediately a 40-40. And at some point, we probably cut the second Deep Blue Crooner, either for another, or not another, but to put the Dagger Spine Thrasher back in, or Zesty Shaker, like I said, and then Scourfin can kind of get cut towards the end here, and a Baskill triple is good. So really additional copies of most of these cards I'm interested in. Would probably even be interested in another Lava Lurker just because that means...
Keep up the momentum.
well, it means I've got something to do with my other Deep Blue Crooner spellcraft. And it means that I'm not scammable as easily. That one went on Baskill. I imagine I win this one, but we'll see what lies in my opponent's base skill. Oh, nothing? Okay, that's a 100% win then, which is, of course, going to lead to lethal. Alrighty. This could put me into the top 4. Actually, this is a very, very quick game. We're in the top 3 already, as everybody killed somebody that turn.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
So potentially only one turn after this. In that case, let's use this ability.
Looks like you can get a triple.
Alright, I can triple Bream counter. So would I ever want to, like, play some Bream counters so that way, like, if you play one Bream counter, then this Bream counter gets +3/+3? It's reasonable. There's also, Selfless Hero, which is, like, an okay thing to summon out of base skill, but not a great thing. Let's just triple this. I don't think the +3/+3 is that relevant. Here's another Lava Lurker. I think I am going to toss this Crooner right
I
now.
didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Maybe you should have tossed Scourfin there. And then Zesty Shaker. So maybe now I look to toss Scourfin and Baskill.
You're down a minion and up a gold.
The lava flows, and I flow with it.
Seems like a pretty strong board. It's just stats and then hoping that nobody can scam us.
You can win this
And
thing.
if we find a Dagger Spine Thrasher, then we cut that for Deep Blue, or we cut the Deep Blue Crooner for Dagger Spine Thrasher on the final turn for just a little bit more stats. That was a really, really insane hit for their Divine Shield character there. That might be enough that my opponent can win it here. If not, then I don't know where this 6.1% is coming from. But really, I don't know where this 6.1% is coming from. We find the win. They do dodge the lethal. So good for them. They're only going to take 8 here, and then we might be up against the Ghost. Indeed.
Minions really pulled their weight.
And that should lead us into the finals as well. Oh, I just saw a Dagger Spine Thrasher and rolled past it. My mistake. Divine Shields. I could break up the Divine Shields of the Amber Guardian. I will pick up Tunnel Blaster. It does break my Divine Shield here too. But I could order this first, so that way it's more likely to have an impact. Yeah, I shouldn't have rolled past the Dagger Spine Thrasher, just wasn't paying enough attention. Both of my Lava Lurkers are pretty good. I don't think I would triple this Lava Lurker if given the opportunity to do so. I never pay attention to who's tripling the most, but I will say in this game we have tripled the most. Which is kind of funny considering I'm only playing 1 triple on the board right now. I do have Bream Counter, which I do believe counts in the triple count. Oh wait, no. This is Dancing Daryl. Dancing Daryl has 5. I only have 3 triples. So that's the Crooner, the Bream Counter, and I don't know. I guess I tripled something else earlier. Can't remember what that was now. That was a Scourfin early on, right? Up against the Ghost, we're not going to have too many problems here. Now, hopefully we are in the finals, and if we are, I think I'm going to sell out of Deep Blue Crooner and go a little wild. We are not in the finals. They did not kill each other, unfortunately. But, fortunately, I do get to pick up a pair of Zesty Shakers this turn. That is incredible.
Just keep shaking.
I think I'll take Primal Fin Lookout. I don't think I need to triple Tunnel Blaster. So I'll just take this for the Econ.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Could cycle through one more Tad. I think I'd rather just roll it down, though. Yeah, this was good enough for me. I believe we can still do this again, even though we cast it on each of the individual parts of the Zesty Shaker. And this is why Zesty Shaker is the most important part of this comp. We are scaling pretty well there, and then base skill is just a 100, so I don't see any way I lose this fight. Just have to focus on my fight next turn against Daryl. I'll put in the Tunnel Blaster. I will look for another Dagger Spine Thrasher. My opponent with double base skill, we could potentially lose this one. They are Scourfin Reborning every turn, so they could have some huge base skills in their hand but they're just not as big as my cards over here. My Zesty Shakers are really, really large, and that's going to move me into the finals, where I think Tunnel Blaster might be able to help me take the win. We shall see. And I think I'm going to go all in for it. It's a little risky.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
I awkwardly have so much less power this turn. Let's roll for a little bit and see what we come across. Could take a Lava Lurker triple. I said I didn't want that. Well, the one thing that I do like about the Lava Lurker triple now is it allows me to play the Tunnel Blaster without selling out of Deep Blue Crooner, which I am kind of into. So let's try it out here, actually.
It's not the strongest, but
This
it'll
is so
fight hard.
huge. Reborn? They're not really doing that. Yeah, I'll take it, though. At the very least, it is a Divine Shield character that I could give plus 70 to here. It's not crazy, but I'm about to play Tunnel Blaster.
I like where you're going with this.
Important job gets special bomb.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Alright, next turn I might put in Dagger Spine Thrasher and Sindori Straight Shot, cutting Deep Blue Crooner. Might even cut the Tunnel Blaster if that's the case. No, Tunnel Blaster's really good against this comp. Takes out 3 Divine Shields. I think we just win this. Wait, 60% to lose? That's kind of crazy. No, we win. Okay. No, we tie, actually. Dang. Okay. Well, I am definitely keeping in the Tunnel Blaster,
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
if that's how that's going to play out. Interesting. Could cycle through some random Murlocs.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I'm just afraid to cut my Crooner. Because if I cut my Crooner and then I tie again, that's so terrible for me. I'm too afraid to do it. I could use Deep Blues on a Carbonic copy. That's also pretty fun. Maybe I'll consider that for next turn. For now, let's do this.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
Let's see if this is enough. It feels like it really should be. Oh, they didn't cast spells. They quit? Weird. So I guess I kind of like had their number there, so they just decided to quit. Really weird. Weird way to end it. But another first place finish. My third first place finish in a row. As I've been sick here, maybe even my fourth first place finish in a row. I think this is my fourth first place finish in a row. Oh no, you know it wasn't. I had those 2 fourth place finishes first game of the patch, but then I think I had 3 or 4 first place finishes in a row. Pretty fantastic. Weird lobby with the little legends, and I kind of played to 2 of the different strengths of the lobby, but we were able to do some really great stuff there. And other than like the start of the game where I just took a bunch of damage, I definitely felt like I was in control of the lobby almost that entire time. I just had a hunch about what just happened in the previous game, so I went back to check, and a few turns ago, this Dancing Daryl was playing a Deep Blue Crooner, Zesty Shaker, Lava Lurker, which is how they got their Lava Lurker so strong, right? And then fast forward a few turns when we face up against them here in the finals, they have sold off their Deep Blue Crooner. And we can see their Lava Lurker and their Zesty Shaker even. Their Zesty Shaker is pretty big this turn. The way that they were able to do this on the final turn was by cycling through their Deep Blue Crooner and putting in a Daggerspine Thrasher. The same thing that I was afraid of doing. They actually did that, but they weren't able to win this turn, mostly because of my Tunnel Blaster. So on the next turn, they didn't have their Deep Blue Crooner, and that was part of the reason that they fell off so hard, and then they were never going to be able to defeat us because they would have had to get their Deep Blue Crooner online. Now, they might have not had an upgraded Deep Blue Crooner. They might have just had like a normal one, which made our build, it made it significantly riskier to sell off my Deep Blue Crooner. But there you go. There's the other perspective of what happens when you sell off your Deep Blue Crooner maybe a little bit too soon. Or just, I mean, it wasn't like it was too soon. If they didn't try to put all that stuff on the board, they might have just lost the turn before that even. So, you know, it could have gone the other way for me. I was 67% to lose this combat, 15% to take lethal, because I still had my Deep Blue Crooner on the board. Now, if I had sold off mine and they had sold off theirs, then it probably goes back in my favor. But it still shows why it's important to just not sell off the Deep Blue Crooner too soon, and then you get to a point where you just can't win in the final fights of the game because your Zesty Shakers don't work anymore. Your Lava Lurkers do get to keep the stats, so there are some potential ways to get through it. But yeah, just a little bit of risk there to all of that. That is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.